Welcome to today's broadcast of Carroll High School Athletics. This is CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports. Now, here are your Carroll Chargers.
Hello and welcome to Carroll Charger Basketball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports. I'm Matthew James, and I'll be calling today's game for you between the visiting Dekalb Barons of Dekalb High School and your Carroll Chargers from the Carroll High School Fieldhouse. Coming into tonight's game, the Chargers are 3-3, 1-0 in conference play. They beat Columbia City on the road on Saturday, 59-52. The visiting Barons are 4-2. They've also won their only conference game so far. They beat Belmont at home on Saturday, 52-39. Dekalb has the advantage statistically coming into this game with the state ranking, number 77 in the state for the Barons compared to number 158 for the Chargers. And in the nation, Dekalb is 2,472nd compared to 6,027th for the Carroll Chargers. And now the starting lineups for both teams. First was for the visiting Barons. Number 12, Brooke Leans. Number 20, Bailey Reinhart. Number 24, Maddie Pfeiffer. Number 30, Kendall Kelly. And number 32, Haley Martin. She's going to be the key for the Barons. And for your Carroll Chargers, number 10, Amy Pointer. Number 22, Heather Schmidt. Number 23, Maddie Peterson. She'll be the key for the Chargers. Number 30, Beth Schaefer. And number 42, Kelsey Ronan. Coming into this game, Carroll's game plan has to center around stopping Haley Martin and Bailey Reinhart. Combined last season, they combined for 20 points and 13 rebounds a game. They're going to need to penetrate the 2-3 zone of Carroll and knock down the 3 to win this game. They're also going to need help from the supporting cast of Maddie Pfeiffer, Kendall Kelly, Zena Williams, and more. For the Chargers, they have to limit the turnovers that have really plagued them so far this season. They've had a lot of travels, a lot of silly fouls, a lot of turnovers, and they have really kept them back, held them back from winning more games than just 3 out of 6 so far. And they also need to knock down the outside shot. If they don't, they're going to have no chance. We saw that against Southside a couple weeks ago where they were not making anything and they lost by 48 points. They need to start knocking down more shots if they're going to have a shot against a solid Dekalb team tonight. And that'll do it for the pregame show. We'll be right back with the opening tip-off after this here on CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
You're listening to CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. Just about set for the opening tip. The national anthem has been concluded. The starters are on the floor, and we are ready for basketball here on a Friday night. Well, it's a little chilly outside, but that's how I like it. Kelsey Ronan and Haley Martin set to take the tip. And the tip is won back by Ronan, but right into the hands of Bailey Reinhart, who drives immediately and quickly misses a layup. An early jump ball possession arrow with Carroll. They will get their first possession of the game. Amy Pointer takes the inbounds and is ready to set up Carroll's first possession. Dekalb plays a strict man-to-man defense as Pointer passes to Heather Schmidt for 3. No good. Rebounded by Kendall Kelly. And Carroll playing that full-court press early. Brooke Lyons gets the ball. Passes to Reinhardt, who couldn't handle the pass that was right on her. Another jump ball was called as she and another player fouled before. This time, possession arrow is with Dekalb. Haley Martin is the key for Dekalb. She scores 10 points a game, has 8 rebounds. She's a very tall 6'2" junior who has a lot of talent on both sides of the ball. As Schmidt gets a steal. Passes to Pointer down low. Pass to Peterson is intercepted and then stolen by Lyons, but she knocks it out of bounds. The ball will stay with Carroll. Also a big key for Dekalb is Bailey Reinhart, who also scores around 10 points a game, has 5 rebounds. She is 5'8", another junior, a solid player herself. Maddie Peterson gets the ball off of Maddie Pfeiffer's knee, and it'll again stay with Carroll. For the Chargers, Maddie Peterson is the key. She has scored about 15 points a game this season. She's capable of putting up a big number. She has a lot of hustle, and she can play defense well. As Pointer inbounds to Schmidt. Amy Pointer is one of the many players who have played the point for the Chargers this season. She gets the most minutes out of all of them as she makes a nice pass to Ronan. Her shot partially blocked by Martin, excuse me. She passes to Reinhardt in the corner for three, and she got it. First points of the game belong to Bailey Reinhardt and the Barons. They're up 3-0 early. Pointer up the floor for the Chargers. She drives, takes the shot in the lane, contested shot, not a good look. Rebounded by Martin, and she's fouled by Pointer, who was apparently frustrated with that shot. First foul of the game. Also key for the Chargers is the outside shooting, and that goes for a lot of players. Peterson, Schmidt, Pointer, Emily Catanzarite when she comes off the bench, and many other players. They need those shots to fall, as I mentioned in the pregame, for them to have a chance to win this game. I mean, they are a little bit overmatched statistically, but we've seen Carroll pull off some big upsets in the past. Bailey Reinhardt gets the ball, and she throws that inbounds pass intended for Kendall Kelly well over her head and out of bounds. Carroll will get the ball back. Heather Schmidt to inbound. She is one of those players that needs to knock down the three. She is very capable, but she can be a little bit streaky as a shooter. If she is on tonight, it'll be a big help for the Chargers. Amy Pointer takes the inbounds pass again. She does look to shoot plenty. She likes to drive into the lane, but she makes a lot of good passes as well, and they need her to do both. She passes to Ronan at the top of the key, who knocks it down. For Carroll's first points, it's 3-2. Dekalb leads. Brooke Lyons is playing the point to start the game for the Barons. Passes to Kelly. On the wing to Pfeiffer. Nice steal by Ronan into the hands of Schaefer, who had it taken away by Kelly, and there's a jump ball called. It'll go to the Chargers, who have the possession arrow. Good. Carroll likes to play the 2-3 zone defense, and how you beat that is by driving and dishing, knocking down the threes, or if they look for the pass outside, you can drive and score on a lot of layups. It can be very effective, as an offensive foul is called, moving screen on Kelsey Ronan. That's her first. It's already two fouls now, on the Chargers. There's 5:54 left in the opening quarter. Dekalb with an early 3-2 lead. Brooke Lyons takes the inbounds. They have a 4-on-3 if they hurry. Out to Kendall Kelly. A long two. No good, but she was fouled. A bad foul by Kelsey Ronan. Her second already. And Kelly will get 2 shots at the free throw line. Now, this is true in all games, but free throws are going to be a big key for both teams. Carroll has struggled at the line in recent games, and it's really kept them from staying in games or even winning games as Kelly knocks down the first. If they can knock down more free throws, especially Amy Pointer and Maddie Peterson, they get to the line frequently. If they can start knocking down more free throws, it's going to really benefit them later in the game. Kendall Kelly knocks down both of her free throws, as Sarah Stillwell, Emily Catanzarite come into the game for the Chargers for the first time. And Kendall Kelly, they're going to call that a 3-point foul, even though she was clearly in front of the line, in front of the 3-point line. She misses the third free throw, but an offensive rebound by Martin had it stripped, but picked up by Pfeiffer, who misses the shot. And another foul, this one on Haley Martin, and Carroll will get the ball. But nobody has a matchup with Haley Martin. She's taller than every player on Carroll, and she's a very good offensive rebounder. Carroll has to keep them, and especially Martin, off the glass if they want to win this game. Emily Catanzarite in the game for the first time. Gives off to Pointer. Sarah Stillwell. Pass intended for her is stolen by Reinhardt. Passes up the court to Kendall Kelly. Passes to Lyons, back to Kelly, who's doubled in the corner. Brooke Lyons at the top of the key. Nice pass from Kelly. Knocks down the long 2 foot on the line. 7-2 Dekalb lead early. Emily Catanzarite inbounds to Pointer, who's going to play the point most of the night, but Catanzarite, Mackenzie Bevino, Maddie Peterson takes a long 3. Bad shot, and it is rebounded by Reinhardt. And I'm not sure what happened there. Looks like she took too long on the floor. Jump ball with Catanzarite, and the possession arrow went to Carroll. Nice pass from Catanzarite down low to Sarah Stillwell, who puts it in. Easy basket, and that cuts the Dekalb lead to 3. Sorry for the stuttering. I didn't really know what happens as Peterson gets a steal in the front court. She drives, fouled, and No, they're going to not going to count the shot, but she is going to get 2 shots at the line. Nice play by Peterson. Catching Brooke Lyons off guard, not expecting that. They're going to not call it a shooting foul, so Catanzarite's going to inbound instead, even though it looked like it was in the act of shooting. Nice inbounds pass. Peterson open for 3. That one's well off the mark. Offensive rebound by Schaefer, and it's out of bounds off of Schaefer's hand, and it's going to go back to Dekalb. Maddie Pfeiffer to inbound. Passes to Lyons. And unlike past games, Carroll's playing a very aggressive full-court defense, and there is a travel, first one of the night, on Bailey Reinhardt. And first turnover of the game, first turnover of the game for Dekalb, and Carroll has a chance to tie the game if they want with a 3. Pointer's going to lead it up the floor and passes quickly to Catanzarite, who's going to play the point for now. Drives to her left, tries to go down low to Peterson, and that pass was deflected. And now a foul is called as Catanzarite and Bailey Reinhardt were jostling for the ball, and Catanzarite is called for the foul. It is going to be a Dekalb ball. Maddie Pfeiffer will inbound. Mackenzie Bevineau is in the game for the first time today for the Chargers. She's going to come in for Maddie Peterson. Also in the game for Dekalb is Rachel Emke for Kendall Kelly. And now Brooke Lyons to lead it up the floor for the Barons, who are facing that 2-3 zone defense. I mentioned that they have to knock down the 3. Bailey Reinhardt takes a long one, and it is short. Rebounded by Pointer, who does a good job to stay in bounds. And she's trying to lead the fast break. 4-on-3. If they are, Catanzarite open, and they're going to call a blocking foul on Dekalb. It's either on Haley Martin or Brooke Lyons. It's going to be on Lyons, and that's her second early. That is the 3rd team foul on the Barons early in the game. Mackenzie DePremio in for the Chargers, and for the Barons, Zena Williams in for the first time. Catanzarite will inbound for Carroll, finds DePremio, who fakes the 3, thinks better of it, good idea. Passes to Bevineau. Now Catanzarite gives to Stillwell down low, makes a nice move in the low post. Her shot, though, is blocked, and as she tries to save it, she knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Dekalb ball. Well, Stillwell is a tall player. She can use her size to her advantage, but she's not the quickest player, and Haley Martin had her stride for stride. She is a much faster player, and she's able to stay in front of the attempted drive. Bailey Reinhardt, who's been quiet early, passes off to Emke. Out to Haley Martin, who doesn't make a great pass, but it still finds its way to Reinhardt. She makes a great pass to Zena Williams, who is fouled as she goes up for the shot. And they're not going to call it a shooting foul. That is the 5th team foul already on the Chargers. Only 2 more, and Dekalb's in the bonus. That foul was called on Mackenzie DePremio, her first. Williams will inbound for the Barons. Can't find anybody. Then finds Pfeiffer at the top of the key. Gives to Reinhardt, who makes a nice pass to Haley Martin, who uses her size to put it right up and in down low on the low block. Catanzarite playing the point for Carroll. Driving to her right. Gives to Bevineau, who fakes the 3. Again, thinks better of it. Good idea. Gives to Schaefer. Pass to Catanzarite. Open 3. Got it. And she's one of the keys for Carroll, as she needs to knock down that 3. If she can, it'll give them a big boost. Score is 9-7 Dekalb with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. And Maddie Pfeiffer stumbles, almost has it stolen, but finds Williams, who finds Bailey Reinhardt. She's going to drive double-teamed, and that pass is well high again, out of the reach of Rachel Emke, and another turnover by the Barons. Heather Schmidt into the game for the first time. And the key players for Carroll, we mentioned Amy Pointer. Heather Schmidt's going to be a big key. Kelsey Ronan, who's important down low. She's got a matchup with Martin tonight. Very tough. And Emily Catanzarite, who just knocked down the 3. She has the ball now. Gives it to Mackenzie Bevineau, who takes the 3, and that one's off the mark. Offensive rebound, though, by Schmidt out to DePremio. She's trying to find somebody. Eventually does find Bevineau. 2.5 minutes left in the opening quarter as Bevineau's going to reset the offense for the Chargers. She drives left, finds Catanzarite on a drive down low, and Haley Martin rejects it right into her face, and then it rolls off of Catanzarite's arm out of bounds. It'll go to the Barons. And for the first time today, number 30, back into the game is Kendall Kelly for the second time. Chargers still in the full court press. Trying to get it off, almost a 5-second call, and eventually finds Williams. Maddie Pfeiffer in the backcourt has the ball now for the Barons. Kendall Kelly passes quickly to Rachel Emke, who knocks down the corner three. 5-point lead, 12-7 for Dekalb early. It's tough to come in here in front of Neon Nation and come out with a win. And Neon Nation has come out with a very nice crowd tonight as a three-pointer by Schmidt is well off the mark. Nice offensive rebound by Bevino. But if you can come out of Carroll with a win on their home floor, as that one is turned over by Catanzarite, you definitely have something to be proud of. And we have seen some teams come out with a win, as Southside in particular, they are one of the top teams in the state and even in the nation. They did come out with a big win, but it is very tough to come play on Carroll's home floor. There's a big crowd here tonight, and you've got to praise the Chargers students and faculty and parents and whoever came out. They're going to make it tough on DeKalb tonight. Rachel Emke, though, right as I say that, makes another three, and DeKalb is up by 8 early. Makes me sound silly, huh? Amy Pointer back into the game. Leads it up this time. Finds Stillwell at the top of the key. Back out to Bevino. Amy Pointer resets. 1 minute and 15 left in the first quarter. It's 15-7 DeKalb. High pick set by Schmidt. Passes to DePremio, who loses the handle on the ball, gets it back. Finds Bevino in the corner. She has no shot. Passes to Pointer as there's space on the left side of the floor, and there is a foul called on Emke, her first. 59 seconds to go in the first quarter. That is the fourth team foul on DeKalb. There are 5 on the Chargers. Pointer will inbound, and they're going to call the foul, on Kendall Kelly instead. It looked like it was Emke who had her arm in, but it was Kelly. I apologize for the mistake. And Amy Pointer fumbles the inbounds pass as Bevino is back out. Maddie Peterson is back in for the second time. Pointer inbounds to DePremio, who's going to play the point for now. She's one of the many players that's played it so far. Passes to Amy Pointer, open for 3. That's well short. Rebounded by Kelly. Nice play by Schmidt, but she's called for a reach-in foul, and that is the 6th on Carroll already. And we're still in the first quarter. First personal on Schmidt, and Kelly is going to inbound for the Barons. DeKalb leads 15-7 early. They've knocked down 3 3-pointers, and that's key to beating the 2-3 zone of Carroll. It's why they have an early lead. Reinhardt finds Williams. Cross-court pass to Kelly. She goes right back cross-court to Reinhardt, who thinks about the 3 from another zip code. Instead passes to Haley Martin down low, wide open, and even with 2 defenders draped over her, there's nothing you can really do when Reinhardt puts a pass in there where only Martin can get, and then she's wide open underneath. It's just hard to stop. Pass from Peterson intended for Stillwell is knocked out of bounds by Martin, who makes a nice play, but the ball will stay with Carroll. Pointer to inbound for the Chargers, looking for somebody, finds Peterson, who's open, takes a mid-range jumper, and it is good. Around and in, with 15 seconds left in the quarter, that cuts the lead to 17-9. Schmidt almost comes away with a steal, but that leaves a fast break opportunity for Zena Williams, who makes the shot while she's bumped, and the foul. That's a nice play by Williams. She was bumped pretty hard there as she went up for the shot by Sarah Stillwell, but she still managed to put it in, and now Williams has a chance to give DeKalb an 11-point lead with 10 seconds to play in the first quarter. Free throw is up, very high arc and good. 20-9 lead as Pointer takes it. 7 seconds. She has to hurry. She's going a little slowly. 5 seconds now at the 3-point line. Crossover, nice move. Pull up in the lane, air ball. Stillwell the offensive rebound, and she puts it in at the buzzer to cut the lead to 9. Nice play by Stillwell. I'm not sure if Pointer meant to do that or if that shot she took was in fact an air ball pull-up. But it worked out in the end for the Chargers, who cut the lead to 9. At the end of the first quarter of tonight's ball game, the Dekalb Barons have a 20-11 lead on your Carroll Chargers. We'll be right back with the second quarter after this here on CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
You're listening to CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Welcome back to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. Just about set for the second quarter of tonight's game. Dekalb has a 20-11 lead after one. Kendall Kelly to inbound and finds Zena Williams, who had that nice play to end the first quarter. Her pass is deflected out of bounds by Peterson. It will stay with Dekalb. They came out in the first quarter. They knocked down 3 3-pointers, which is key to beating the zone. And right now, that is the margin, a 9-point lead for Dekalb. Bailey Reinhardt had one of those. She passes out of the double team to Williams, who gets it, tries to pass it back to Reinhardt, but the pass is thrown out of bounds. A turnover, it'll go to the Chargers. Heather Schmidt right now on the floor for the Chargers. Amy Pointer, Heather Schmidt, Maddie Peterson, Beth Schaefer, and Sarah Stillwell, 4 of the starting 5. Right now, Pointer has the ball. She did not score in the first quarter, but she had a couple nice assists. Pass to Peterson, who knocks down the 3, giving her another, and that cuts the lead to 6. Peterson missed a couple in the first quarter, but she has 5 points to lead the Chargers, and she is a big key. Haley Martin along, too. That one is around and almost got a shooter's roll, but did not. And 2 Dekalb players fighting for the rebound, Kelly and Williams. And as Williams fell to the floor with the ball, she traveled, and that gives the ball right back to Carroll. They can cut the lead to 3 or 4 with a basket here on the other end as Pointer gets it. Now, Carroll has been playing a full-court press for most of this game so far. Heather Schmidt takes the 3. That's partially blocked by Emke. Offensive rebound by Pointer, and she dribbles it off her foot. And it was deflected by Kelly before it went out of bounds. It'll stay with Carroll. Pointer to inbound. Finds Peterson. She's playing the point now, one of many. She's more of a shooting guard, but she is capable of playing the point. She's a very good defender as well. Passes to Pointer, and makes a nice crossover move, drives around Haley Martin, not easy to do, and puts it in, cutting the Dekalb lead to 4 early in the second quarter. Maddie Pfeiffer, who wasn't much of a factor for the Barons in the first quarter, has it now, guarded by Peterson. Makes a nice pass to Emke, who tries another 3. This one no good. Knocked out of bounds by Bailey Reinhardt, and it'll go back to the Chargers. And Dekalb, who's been aggressive on the offensive end, has knocked the ball out of bounds a few times. Some unnecessary turnovers they've got to limit. Carroll is hanging around so far, and that is a large reason why. Amy Pointer passes to Peterson. Finds Ronan top the key over to Pointer on the wing. She drives again. Nice pass to Ronan, but she couldn't handle it. There's a jump ball on the floor, and it'll go to Carroll, who has the possession arrow. Back into the game for the Barons is number 12, Brooke Wines. She's going to play the point. She had 2 points, but also 2 fouls in the first quarter. Nice inbounds pass to Peterson, but she couldn't put in the layup, and the defensive rebound to Kelly. Pfeiffer past the lines in the backcourt, and Kelly gets it set for the Barons, but she makes a bad pass intended for Pfeiffer, and that leads to an easy layup for Heather Schmidt, and Dekalb's going to call a timeout. That was a bad decision by Kelly to try the cross-court pass, and Schmidt took advantage for an easy 2 on the other end, cutting the Dekalb lead to 20-18 with 6:05 left in the second quarter. And so far, Carroll has hung around because they haven't turned the ball over a lot. Dekalb's been a little bit over-aggressive at times, and it cost them there, and that's why they wanted to take the timeout. On the other side for Carroll, they've been playing good defense. So is Dekalb. Really, it's been a close game. The Barons have knocked down 3 3-pointers, which has really helped. But on the other end, Maddie Peterson and Emily Catanzarite have also knocked them down. So early on, it's been a very evenly matched game. It's been a good game to watch so far. And out of the timeout, Brooke Lyons drives quickly right down to Haley Martin, who makes a nice play in the post, but can't knock down the shot. Rebound to Schmidt. Gives it to Pointer. She's going to slow it down. Gives it to Ronan. Long, too. That is well long. But offensive rebound to Schaefer. She couldn't put it in. And that one now is rebounded by Kelly, who's had 5 rebounds early. Passes to Brooke Lyons. Looks for a pick. Doesn't get one. Passes back to Kelly, almost stolen by Peterson. But Kelly finds Haley Martin down low, who against two defenders uses that size to her advantage. She's 6'2", and although Ronan's 6 foot, that's no match so far. Dekalb's lead back up to 4. Maddie Peterson finds Pointer on the wing down low to Ronan, who tries the post move of her own, and she could not knock it down. Rebounded by Pfeiffer, who's trying to lead the fast break, thinks better of it and slows it down. Kendall Kelly open momentarily on the wing. Maddie Peterson goes for the steal of Pfeiffer, and now her pass to Lyons almost stolen. Haley Martin, foot on the line, long two, gets the shooter's roll. They're going to call it a 3. Looked like a long 2 from where I'm sitting, but she is on the far side of the court. I can't have a great view, not unobstructed, and Maddie Peterson trying to answer air balls it well short. Dekalb has a 7-point lead very quickly now coming out of that timeout. Bailey Reinhardt passes to Kelly. Gets it back to Reinhardt as that 2-3 zone has been vulnerable to some threes early. Kelsey Ronan makes a nice attempt of a steal, couldn't quite get it. Haley Martin could not knock it down on the low block throw, and it is rebounded by Ronan. Amy Pointer, quick pass up to Schmidt, fakes the 3, drives, gives it back to Pointer, open for 3, and she's short. Rebounded by Lyons. She's doubled as the full court press still in effect for the Chargers. She dribbles out of it herself and has a 3-on-1 with Martin, and bad pass by Lyons. Martin couldn't haul it in, and that's a bad turnover from Dekalb, who had a very good chance at an easy 2 points. Have to convert on plays like that. They've made a couple of those silly mistakes, and if they didn't, this lead would be double digits by now, but right now it's only 7. Carroll is definitely still in this game. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Dekalb leading 25-18. Mackenzie Bevineau, who just checked back in, playing the point, gives it to Ronan, top of the key. Pointer, another 3 on the wing. This one good. Cutting the lead to 4, 25-21. And then she gets the steal on the inbounds pass. Beautiful play. Drives, finds Mackenzie Bevineau wide open for an easy layup. And just like that, the lead is 2. Amy Pointer, though, this time called for a reach-in foul, which that was a very nice play in the front court for Carroll, and that really has seemed to put a spark in the bench, and they seem to be motivated. Mackenzie DePremio back into the game, and now that Carroll is in the bonus, there was a foul on the reach-in foul by Pointer will put Brooke Lyons at the line for a 1-and-1. She has 2 points so far. And her first free throw is up and no good. Rebounded by Ronan. Gives it to Bevineau, who's going to try to lead the fast break, but Dekalb gets back defensively. They think better of it. Good ball movement to Schmidt, but she passes up on the 3. Looking for Bevineau, makes a nice cut. Shot from the free throw line, no good. DePremio with the offensive rebound and the putback from the right low block. And that ties the game at 25. Seeing a lot of balanced scoring right now. The 5 players on the court for the Chargers have 2, 2, 2, 2, and 3 points. Very balanced. Another reach-in foul, though, on number 33, Emily Catanzarite, as that'll put Dekalb at the lines again for a 1-and-1. Ronan and Catanzarite out of the game now for Peterson and Stillwell. And now after the 9th foul already committed by Dekalb, next one will put him in the double bonus. The front end of the 1-and-1 from Lyons is up and good. Dekalb back in front by 1. Lyons getting set for the back end. Trying to give Dekalb a 2-point lead. And she does not. Offensive rebound by Martin, who makes a nice play, but saves it right to DePremio. She's falling out of bounds. And she gives to Bevineau, who's going to set up the offense. Nice ball movement. It opens up an open 3 for Schmidt, but she could not convert. Defensive rebound to Emke. And Lyons will reset the offense for Dekalb. 1-point lead, 26-25 with 2:48 to go in the quarter. Rachel Emke again trying the 3. This one also no good. She's 2 for 4 now. Heather Schmidt the rebound, and then a bad pass intended for Peterson. It was just not a hard bounce pass, and an easy steal now. An easy steal by Emke. Gives it to Lyons over to Bailey Reinhardt, who recently checked back in. Pass to Martin, cross-court pass. The Lyons goes right back cross-court, open 3. Reinhardt in the corner, short. Defensive rebound by Peterson, and she hustles, and she has a 1-on-0 fast break, and she converts the layup. And Carroll back in front, 27-26. Very nice play. She's been playing very well on defense, and now she leads the Chargers with 7 points. Lyons tries to create and makes a bad pass stolen by Bevino. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Passes to DePremio. Open mid-range jumper, no good. Offensive rebound to DePremio. Follows up her own miss. Passes to Peterson, who knocks down the long two-pointer. And Carroll has a 3-point lead. With under 2 minutes to go in the first half, Dekalb, Bailey Reinhart makes a nice crossover. Passes to Rachel Emke. Another three, her fifth. She misses this one. Offensive rebound to Zena Williams, who thought she was fouled on her way up, and she does not. Fumbles it out of bounds, and Carroll again with the ball. They've done a great job limiting turnovers in this game. Last time I had a game with the girls 3 weeks ago, they were turning the ball over every other possession. They've done an outstanding job tonight not turning the ball over. That's a big reason why they're in the lead. Mackenzie DePremio up court, passes to Peterson. Down low to Stillwell. Goes back out, didn't have it. Back down to Stillwell, who traveled before she made the move. And even if she didn't, the shot was no good. She shuffled her feet, but it was a nice attempt. It's hard when you're Stillwell, who's not the quickest player, to go around Haley Martin. And trying to penetrate the full court press, Kendall Kelly barely was able to do that. But after passing to Williams, she stepped on the line, and that'll go right back to Carroll. They've done a good job. That full court press has been very effective. Schmidt to inbound to Bevino. She has 2 points, as does a lot of players for Carroll right now. DePremio and Schmidt also with 2 on the floor. Pass intended for DePremio, knocked out of bounds by DePremio, and that'll go to Dekalb. So just as I praise Carroll for not turning the ball over much, they turn it over. Maddie Pfeiffer also back into the game, passes to Kelly. 2-3 zone, which has been there for most of the night, forces a turnover here. Heather Schmidt is fouled by Rachel Emke as she tries to drive. That is the 15th foul on the Barons. Carroll's still not in the bonus. They still need to draw 2 more fouls on DeKalb to get the 1-1, and there's only a minute left in the first half, so that looks unlikely. DePremio takes the inbounds pass from Schmidt with 56 seconds. It doesn't look like they're going to hold for a final shot. And Stillwell goes for the mid-range jumper from the free throw line. She is stuffed by Haley Martin, who gets the ball back down low. Looks for Emke, who is fouled while on the floor after fumbling the pass with DePremio. DePremio is called for the foul, and that is her second. It'll put Dekalb in the double bonus here with 42 seconds to go in the first half. And Rachel Emke, who's knocked down 2 threes, will be at the free throw line for 2. First one from Emke, a 5'9" sophomore, is up and good, cutting the Carroll lead to 2, 29-27. She trails now just Haley Martin for the team lead in points. She has 7. Martin has 9, and Emke adds to her total, gives her 8. And, they're going to wave it off. She tried to go after the rebound in case there was one, and they're going to call a lane violation. So lead remains 2. We'll see if Carroll holds for a final shot now. Mackenzie Bevino will run up the floor at the point for Carroll for this possession. Tries to find Peterson. She does. She dribbles, creates an open shot for herself, and she airballs it. Rebounded by Kelly. Rachel Emke gets the pass. She drives into the lane. Back out to Kelly. Open mid-range jumper is good, and that ties the game. 18 seconds. Carroll will be wise to hold for a final possession here. Tied at 29. 12 seconds. Peterson passes to Schmidt. And that's exactly what they're going to do. 7 seconds. 6. Mackenzie Bevino with 4. Looks at the clock. Crossover pass to Schmidt. 2 seconds for 3 off the front rim, and that will end the first half of play. And that is it. Through 2 quarters, we're tied at 29. We've seen a very nice back and forth game, but both teams neither one of them turned the ball over too well. They both shot the 3 fairly well, and that's why it's been a close game through the first half. So we'll be back with the third quarter. After this, the score is 29-29. Carroll tied with Dekalb. We'll be right back with the second half here on CSBN. worldwide leader in Charger sports.
You're listening to CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. Just about set for the second half of tonight's game between the Carroll Chargers and the Dekalb Barons, tied at 29 at the break. Dekalb will get the ball to start the third quarter. Bailey Reinhardt takes the inbounds pass from Brooke Lyons. Lyons gets it back, passes to Martin. Back out to Reinhardt. Dekalb's doing a lot of long passes. Trying to go to Martin, she had nowhere to go. Passes to Lyons, open mid-range jumper, no good. Offensive rebound to Kendall Kelly. Dribbles it out, looks for Bailey Reinhardt, open the corner for three, got it. Good start for the Dekalb Barons to start the third quarter. And on the floor for the Chargers right now is the starting five. Pointer, Peterson, Schmidt, Kelsey Ronan, who takes the shot, misses, and Beth Schaefer. Rebounded by Maddie Pfeiffer, double team, still doing that full court press. I agree with that decision. It's been very effective. Looking for Kendall Kelly, finding a long two, is off the mark. Nice offensive rebound by Martin, who just missed the opportunity for a three-point play. She will still get two shots at the line. Martin, as I expected, was the biggest player for Dekalb in the first half. She led Dekalb with 9, tied for the lead in all scores with Maddie Peterson, who also had 9. Haley Martin's getting two shots at the line. First free throw is up and good. Gives Dekalb a 4-point lead early in the third quarter. Dekalb has been doing a pretty good job knocking down their free throws so far, especially Lyons. She's had the most attempts. Zena Williams has also knocked down a couple. Second free throw from Martin, up and good. She's been very good on the offensive end tonight. She already has 11 points. Inbounds pass to Maddie Peterson from Kirsten Murphy in the game for the first time. Beth Schaefer off the miss from Schmidt puts it in, and that cuts the lead to 3. Kirsten Murphy hasn't really been a part of the Carroll rotation in the varsity game so far, so I was a little surprised to see her come out on the court, but we'll see how she does here. Post up to Martin, who couldn't quite get it. Offensive rebound by Kelly after Schaefer bobbles it, and Martin gets it back, gives it to Lyons. Beyond the arc right now, gives it to Reinhardt, who almost took another three. She's only 1 for 5 so far tonight. Gives it back to Lyons, who drives, kick out. Reinhardt's going to try number 6, and it's also off the mark. Maddie Peterson gets the rebound. She has a fast break, and she's going to miss the layup. She tried to draw the foul and move the ball, made it a tougher angle for the layup. That way she gets the steal, though, and this layup she's not going to miss. Cuts the lead to 1. Maddie Peterson now has 11, and the lead is 34-33 to Dekalb with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. And there is a foul called here on, it looks like Peterson. Nope, they're going to call it on Kirsten Murphy. That is her first. And Emily Catanzar's going to check in for Beth Schaefer. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Brooke Lyons has the ball for Dekalb. A lot of three-point shooting like we expected to beat the 2-3 zone. So far, it hasn't been great, but it's been good enough. And the ball, long pass from Lyons intended for Pfeiffer, goes off her hands, and it's going to go out of bounds, gives the ball back to Carroll. Now the key I talked about for Carroll was limiting the turnovers. They've definitely done that. That's why they're playing a very good game right now. And for Dekalb, they need help. Haley Martin, Bailey Reinhardt. Right now, Bailey Reinhardt isn't doing her part to help Haley Martin. She has 6 points, but they came on 2 3-pointers. Other than that, she hasn't been much of a factor. Haley Martin has been good, but the Barons need more help from Maddie Pfeiffer, Kendall Kelly, and Zena Williams. Carroll has the ball down low. Ronan tries to put it in over Heather Martin. Haley Martin almost did, but couldn't get the shooter's roll. Haley Martin gets the ball now. 10-footer is good, and Dekalb back up by 3. She has 13 now to lead all scores. And we get Tanz right in for the Chargers. Pass to Peterson, who's taken 4 threes, made 1. Pass back to Ronan. Gives it Tanz right back down to Ronan, who initiates the contact and draws the foul from Haley Martin. That's her second. Ronan, who has 2 points and 2 fouls so far, will get 2 shots at the line. That is the first foul of the half for Dekalb. There are 2 early here on Carroll. 5 minutes, 5 seconds left in the third quarter. First free throw from Ronan is up and good. That's the lead to 2 points. Mackenzie Beveneau set to check back in, and she will for, let's see, right now they have 6 players on the floor, and now Maddie Peterson's going to jog off. So the players on the floor for Carroll have a combined 10 points so far. As Peterson jogged off, she had 11. Ronan's second free throw also up and good, and the lead is just 1 for Dekalb. Brooke Lyons races up the court for Dekalb, stops Bailey Reinhardt, tries another 3, no, nice fake down to Martin, who puts it up and in. And defensively, Carroll has no match. Ronan is doing the best she can, as is the help defender, who has been almost everybody's tried that so far, but it's just not working. Nobody on Carroll is 6'2", and now Bailey Reinhardt, the steal on the pass, intended for Beveneau from Catanzarite. She is going to draw the blocking foul on Catanzarite. That is her third, and that'll give Bailey Reinhardt 2 shots at the line. Nice, smart play. We'll see if Catanzarite comes out, as she now is in a little bit of foul trouble. She has 3. Right now she's going to stay in. And Maddie Peterson set to check back in. It looks like she'll come in after the free throw from Reinhardt, which is good. Peterson does come in for Catanzarite. And with 4.5 minutes left in the third quarter, the Dekalb Barons have a 39-35 lead over your Carroll Chargers. Reinhardt, who has 7 points now. Second free throw up and good. And Dekalb has a 5-point lead. Heather Schmidt inbound. She hasn't been much of a factor here in the third quarter. She has just 2 points. Realistically, she hasn't been much of a factor the entire game. Kirsten Murphy tries to pass down low to Ronan, who is able to keep it from going out of bounds. And then it is stolen by Lyons. Double team, full court press, and they're going to call a timeout. Dekalb calls the timeout to avoid the turnover. Smart play. That is the second timeout called by Dekalb. They have 3 remaining. And they still haven't done a great job limiting the turnovers, though it's been a much better start in the second half. It has helped them build a 5-point lead, but they haven't been able to get it any bigger than 5 or 6. And Carroll hanging around. They keep coming back. They've tied it and taken the lead a few times, and that's set up a very good game so far. Late third quarter, it's just 5 points. They have to enjoy these close games. A lot of times, the last Carroll game I was here for, they lost by 48, and as much as they tried, it wasn't the most entertaining game to call. This one has been a good one so far, and we'll see if it'll stay that way to the finish. Coming out of the timeout, Kendall Kelly ready to inbound for the Barons. Still in the full court press is Carroll. It's been effective, although Dekalb's found more ways to penetrate it here in the third quarter early. Kelly gets the ball back, finds Maddie Pfeiffer. And now after they get out of the press, Brooke Lyons drives, and her shot is good. Nice play over Kirsten Murphy, and that gives the Barons a touchdown lead, 42-35. They have come out and outscored the Chargers 13-6 early in the third after being tied at halftime. Maddie Peterson takes the 3, not a great look, could not get it, and the rebound goes to Kelly and the Barons. Nice pass to Kelly, who was bumped by Schmidt as she tried to pass up court, and they're going to call that an offensive foul. Rachel Emke is in the game. She did not get called for the foul. It was Maddie Pfeiffer. They called an offensive foul. She threw her arm into the waist of Heather Schmidt. She looked, and she had a look of disbelief when she thought the foul was on her. It was not. Carroll has the ball back. Amy Pointer back into the game. Drives to her right. Crossover move. Passes to Peterson. Down low to Ronan, who's double teamed. Dribbles out of it. Again, picks up the dribble. And Carroll's going to call a timeout as they avoid the travel and a turnover. That is the first timeout taken by the Chargers in tonight's game. They have 4 remaining. So in the third quarter, this game has been a little bit sloppier. Not as many turnovers, but there haven't been a lot of good shots taken by the Chargers. They've been forced to take outside shots, and they haven't knocked down enough. Dekalb's starting to open it up just a little. It's only a 7-point lead. This is far from over, but if Dekalb can get a 10, 12-point lead, it'll be much more difficult to come back from. 3:16 remains in the third quarter, and Maddie Peterson has been very good tonight, but she has not been as good as Haley Martin, who has 15 points already. She has already eclipsed her season average of 14. She gets a lot of rebounds, and with that 6'2 frame, she's very hard to defend. She's used the size to her advantage so far tonight, as she should. Peterson inbounds to Pointer coming out of the timeout, passes to Stillwell back into the game. Ronan and Stillwell on the floor right now for the first time today, and the ball is stripped from Pointer by Kelly, but it is off of Kelly, and it'll stay with Carroll. Pointer looking to inbound, looking for Mackenzie DePremio, and cannot get it to her, and she knocks it out of bounds after Lyons deflects it. It deflects off DePremio and then goes out of bounds. So Dekalb gets the ball back. Still trying the full court press. This time it is not going to work, as Reinhardt finds Kelly, and there's a foul called. She was trapped in between DePremio and Ronan, and the foul is going to go on DePremio. That's her third. She hasn't played a lot so far in tonight's game. Beth Schaefer is in for DePremio, who's in a little bit of foul trouble now. Schaefer only has 2 points, but she is not in any foul trouble. She does not have a foul so far in tonight's game. Bailey Reinhardt tries to pass to Martin. Bad pass, going for the double team. Stillwell with the steal, and she passes to Pointer. So Dekalb still in that man-to-man defense. They haven't not used it all night. Carroll's been in the 2-3 zone for most of it, and Kelsey Ronan, top of the key jumper, is good. He cuts the lead to 5. But the 2-3 defense definitely has its flaws, as does man-to-man. But one thing that'll beat both of them is good ball movement, and right now we're seeing that from Dekalb as Haley Martin takes the shot from the top of the key is no good, and Peterson, who had the ball knocked from behind by Empke, was bumped, and they're going to call the foul on Empke. That is her second. So Amy Pointer going to inbound. Carroll down by just 5, 42-37, 2:20 to go in the first quarter. Peterson inbounds to Ronan, who takes the quick shot and knocks it down from the left wing just inside the 3-point line, cuts the lead to 3. And there's a steal by Peterson. That's her 4th of the night. She's been very good. Nice move in the lane, but she had a teammate. She decided to take the shot herself, and the ball goes out of bounds off of Stillwell. And that's when Peterson can be a little bit selfish. She has the ball near the basket, and when she has a teammate, she tries to draw the foul and get the opportunity for the 3-point play, and sometimes it costs the team 2 points. And as it did right there, the lead is still 3. Beth Schaefer right back out of the game. Heather Schmidt, and there's a shooting foul. Ronan left her feet as Reinhardt took the shot. That'll be 2 shots for Reinhardt, who has 8 points. She knocked down 2 free throws earlier in the third quarter. Dekalb is 8 of 10 from the line so far tonight. That's nice and efficient. That's helped them stay in front and make it 9 for 11. They have a 43-39 lead now as Reinhardt knocks down the first of 2. Second free throw from Bailey Reinhardt is up and good, and the Dekalb lead back up to 5. Pointer inbounds and gets it right back from Schmidt. They've been slowing down the tempo a little bit, trying to control it, and they're trying to get good spacing, but that forces Carroll to make longer passes than it's cost them so far. And there's another turnover. Pointer tried to find Stillwell, and it goes off her hands out of bounds. And they need to. I like the fact that they're trying to spread the floor, but they're taking too long of passes. They have to get a little closer together as Peterson gets the steal off a bad pass from Reinhardt intended for Martin. Peterson passes to Pointer, trying to find Stillwell down low. She does make the save, and there's going to be a jump ball possession error with Carroll as Ronan and Reinhardt were jostling for the ball underneath. Pointer will inbound, trying to inbound, and eventually does find Peterson. Goes quickly down low to Stillwell, passes out to Peterson for 3, got it. And that cuts the Dekalb lead to 2. That's her second 3. She now has 14 points. Now it is Martin who's going to take the long 2. She hasn't done very well from longer shots so far tonight, and she misses it there. Rebound to Pointer, down low to Peterson, who was fouled by Martin, and that would be her third. Team's second. That's only her second foul in the third quarter. They've done a good job. But if Haley Martin gets in some foul trouble, and now she has 3 still in the third quarter, that could really be a benefit for Carroll, who can take advantage of her not being on the floor. Kendall Kelly and Maddie Pfeiffer back on the floor for Brooke Lyons and Haley Martin, who was forced to sit with the foul trouble. Amy Pointer looking to inbound and finds Peterson, who's going to take the quick shot as the designed inbounds play. Pointer trying to save it, stepped out before she threw it back in, and that will give the ball to Dekalb. 56 seconds left in the third quarter. A 2-point lead, 44-42 for the Barons. We'll see if they hold for a final shot with almost a minute left. There is no shot clock in high school basketball, so we'll see. Maddie Pfeiffer gets the ball down low, and they're going to have another jump ball possession now with the Barons with 43.5 seconds to play. It'll be Bailey Reinhardt, who's been more of a factor here in the third quarter. She has 10 points, averages 12 on the season. She and Martin are a very formidable duo, and they've both been effective tonight. It's been hard for Carroll to defend either or both of them. Reinhardt takes her seventh three-pointer. She misses it. She's now just 1 for 7, but she's been effective in other areas, mostly from the free throw line. Maddie Peterson now, 23 seconds, gives it to Schmidt. Long 2 for the tie. She got it. 20 seconds and 17 seconds and counting. Dekalb will almost assuredly hold for a final shot. Maddie Pfeiffer drives and almost stolen by Pointer, picked up by Kelly. Looking for Reinhardt, finds her. 7 seconds. 6. She drives and tries to put it in off the glass. Rebound by Schmidt. 2 seconds. 1, and that will end the third quarter. It was a very entertaining quarter. Dekalb got off to a good start, built up a 7-point lead, but Carroll came back, and once again, we are tied at 44. It's shaping up to be a really good finish from the Carroll Charger Fieldhouse. At the end of 3 quarters of tonight's game, the score is tied between Carroll and Dekalb, 44 all. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this on CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
You're listening to CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Welcome back to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. Just about set for the fourth quarter of a tie ball game. Tied at 44. Pointer inbounds to Peterson to start the quarter, and we're set up for a great finish here at the Fieldhouse on a chilly Friday night, just how I like it, about 40 degrees. Unlike everybody else here, I'm still wearing shorts. Yeah, I don't get cold. I don't think I put on pants, really. But everybody else calls me crazy. I think it's great basketball weather. We are set to have some snow over the weekend, most likely, 3 weeks before Christmas, and I have to say I'm excited for that. Pointer inbounds finds Stillwell underneath, who's fouled. Couldn't quite get the 3-point play, but she'll have 2 shots at the line. That is the third foul on the Barons here in the first half, and that'll be called on Brooke Lyons. That's her third. 7:45 left in the fourth quarter. Stillwell, who has 4 points tonight, has not shot a free throw yet. First one is up and good. It gives Carroll a momentary lead, up by 1 early in the fourth quarter. Stillwell, second, who's about to take her second free throw, has been a pretty good force so far for Carroll down low, pairing with Ronan. She knocks down both free throws, and it's been strange having both of them on the floor. They haven't really done that much so far, but the end of the third quarter now to start the fourth, they're both on the floor. That pass from Lyons looking for Reinhardt in the corner, sails over her head, out of bounds, a turnover, giving the ball back to the Chargers. Schmidt inbounds to Pointer, who hasn't been too much of a factor tonight. Just 5 points, 3 fouls, has kept her on the bench for some of the game, but she's made a lot of good passes, and you have to watch out for her. She's probably going to be the one on the free throw line if we're in that situation at the end of the game. Ronan double dribbles as she fakes the drive and tries to pass to Schmidt, but the double dribble comes first, and that's a turnover on the Chargers. Well, speaking of turnovers, we have not seen a lot of travels in tonight's game. That was a major problem as Reinhardt takes her 8th three, and this one again off. Brooke lines the offensive rebound and follows up the miss with a mid-range jumper from the right elbow, and we're tied at 46. Pointer drives, crossover, and backs it back up, trying to find Stillwell down low. She does. Passes back out to Pointer, who takes the three, and she got it. The 5'5" senior comes up big in the clutch for this team very often, and now she tries to get the steal, almost does, but she knocks it out of bounds herself. Carroll has the 3-point lead. They've been knocking down the three pretty well. Dekalb was doing that earlier. Rachel Emke made 2, but Bailey Reinhardt, who's taken 8 so far, has made just 1, and if she doesn't pick it up a little, it'll be hard for Dekalb to beat the 2-3 zone. Carroll has a 49-46 lead as Lyons is fouled on her way up by Kelsey Ronan. That is her 4th, and she's going to have to cut out of the game for a little while. That is the 6th team foul on the Chargers. Next one will put the Barons in the 1-1 bonus with 6:39 left here in the 4th quarter. Free throw attempt from Lyons is up and no good. Carroll lead remains at 3 for now as Beth Schaefer and Kirsten Murphy are in for Kelsey Ronan and Heather Schmidt. 3-point lead for the Chargers, and Rachel Emke, I'm sorry, I keep messing that up, is back in the game for the Barons for Kendall Kelly. Try saying that 10 times fast. Set for the second free throw, Brooke Lyons, who has 7 points tonight, 3 fouls. If she picks up the 4th, she'll sit for a little while. But the free throw up and also no good. Goes 0 for 2 at the line. Rebounded by Stillwell, and Pointer gets the ball set to lead it up the court for Carroll. Emily Catanzarite back into the game. She traveled. She stumbled before she found Kirsten Murphy. She tripped over her other foot. That's a turnover. That is definitely a travel. She's a little upset about it, but that's the right call. Inbounded to Bailey Reinhardt, who finds Pfeiffer back into the game. She hasn't been much of a factor in the third. And there's the double team in the front court, and Amy Pointer is going to be fouled. I believe that's on Reinhardt. If it is, that is her first. That'll put Pointer at... I don't think that's a shooting foul. But, no, it isn't. It doesn't look like it. They're going to call an intentional foul, and that will put Pointer at the line. That is Reinhardt's first, but I didn't think that was an intentional foul. But then again, Pointer had the 2-on-1 fast break. She definitely prevented her from making the layup. First free throw from Pointer, no good. She's a little upset. She could be the one at the line if that situation arises at the end of this game. And she definitely knows that she needs to make these free throws. Second one up and good. Carroll has a 4-point lead, 50-46, with 6:19 left in the 4th quarter. Pointer at Carroll will keep possession now because that foul did not put them in the bonus. They were going to just inbound it, but the intentional foul gave them free throws and the ball. Pointer will inbound after making 1 of 2 from the line. Fakes to Murphy, finds Catanzarite in the backcourt. Catanzarite has 3 fouls. She's only taken 1 shot, a made 3-pointer. Passes underneath to Stillwell, who had room, but she rushed the shot and then gets her own rebound, rushes it again, and rebounded by Lyons, who drives up the court and slows it down. That is a horrible pass, but somehow Catanzarite did not get the steal, and it finds its way to Reinhardt. Passes to Kendall Kelly, long 2. She's open, knocks it down. And that cuts the lead to 2, 50-48, under 6 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. Heather Schmidt at the scorer's table. She's going to check back in at the next timeout, which is now after Amy Pointer travels. And now Carroll might need to regroup a little bit as Murphy comes back out, as does Beth Schaefer for Kelsey Ronan, who has 4 fouls. Next one, she's out. And Heather Schmidt. Full court press still in effect, and that foul after attempting the steal is committed by Pointer. That is the 7th, and Dekalb's going to get a 1-and-1 at the line. That is Pointer's 4th. And both Pointer and Ronan have to be careful. If either or both of them fouls out, it's going to be a big loss for Carroll. They are 2 of the seniors on this team, 2 of the 3, along with Schmidt and it'd be a big loss for them. They don't have two consistent players if they foul out. It'll send Brooke Lyons to the free throw line, and her first free throw up and good, front end of the 1-and-1. She knocks down the second. It will tie the game at 50. We've been close all night. Neither team is led by more than 7. It's a fun game to call here in the booth, and everybody in the field house is still excited, looking to see if Carroll can pull off a win. Second free throw from Lyons is no good, long, rebounded by Catanzarite. She looks, crossover, and that is a horrible pass. Miscommunication with Schmidt. She throws it right out of bounds, and the ball will go right back to Dekalb. Kendall Kelly will inbound, and the full court press, which has been effective, is still there, as Brooke Lyons is just going to go right around Kelsey Ronan. And that, after passing to Martin, Heather Schmidt's going to be called for a foul. That is her second. Team's 8th, and that'll be a 1-and-1 at the line for Haley Martin. She has 15 points. First free throw for Haley Martin. Front end of the 1-and-1 is up and good. She'll get another. That ties the game at 50. 5.5 minutes to play. It's been a fun one here to call, and the crowd into it. All the players are into it. It's definitely going to be an exciting finish. Martin at the line to try to give Dekalb the lead back again, and she cannot get it. Rebounded by Ronan and gives it to Catanzarite. Tied at 50, 5.5 to go. The one advantage that Dekalb has, they've only committed 4 fouls in the second half. Peterson looks for Stillwell, and that pass is stolen. That's the 4th consecutive turnover. 3-on-1. Brooke Lyons puts it in over Emily Catanzarite. Dekalb up by 2. Peterson gets it back. She makes a nice crossover. If Kelly passes down low to Sarah Stillwell, who's blocked, but she gets the ball back, passes to Schmidt, who rushed that three way off. There's going to be a jump ball, possession arrow with the Barons. And they have forced some sloppy play in recent minutes. Mackenzie Bevineau, Mackenzie DePremio, and Beth Schaefer are back into the game for Stillwell, Catanzarite, and Peterson with under 5 to play. Inbounded to Reinhardt, who passes to Martin, and the blocking foul called on Schmidt, who was trying to draw the charge in the backcourt. It did not work, and that's the 9th foul on Carroll in this half. It's going to be a 1-and-1 for Lyons, who's back at the free throw line again. And after this, it'll be 2 shots the rest of the way for the Barons. That is definitely an advantage for them. Brooke Lyons, who has 10 points, is getting a 1-and-1 at the line. First free throw is up and no good. Rebounded by Beth Schaefer, who used her 5'9" frame to get that one in front of Haley Martin. Not an easy task. Heather Schmidt gets the ball knocked out of her hands by Reinhardt. It'll stay with Carroll. Schmidt has 4 points so far in tonight's game. She hasn't been much of a factor. Her outside shooting has not been good, but her senior leadership might come in handy. She makes a nice pass to Mackenzie Bevineau, who is fouled on her way up. That'll give her 2 shots at the line. She has 2 points tonight. Has not been to the free throw line. The foul is on Brooke Lyons. That is her 4th with 4:41 left in the 4th quarter. There are a couple players now in foul trouble. Bevineau's first free throw is up and well short, almost airballed it. She'll get 1 more. Lead is still 2 for the Barons. Bevineau's second free throw is up and also short. This one almost rebounded by Schaefer. It's going to cause a jump ball, and the possession arrows with Carroll. Nice play by Schaefer, tied up with Martin, but the ball will stay with Carroll. Schmidt to inbound. Finds Bevineau and gets it right back to Schmidt. Tries to go down low. She didn't really look where she was passing, trying to find Schaefer. Martin double-teamed, and they're going to call a timeout. I believe, yes, a timeout by Dekalb to avoid the turnover. She was double-teamed. She was trapped also by the baseline. She had nowhere to go. 2 timeouts remain for Dekalb. The score is 52-50. The Barons lead the Carroll Chargers with 4 minutes and 33 seconds left in this game. And the key has definitely been Haley Martin so far. She has 16 points. She has been a lot quieter, though, in the second half. And the key for Carroll is that they are knocking down some shots, but they haven't been able to take the lead lately because they've had more turnovers. They're playing a little sloppier. And if they can limit those turnovers, then they can definitely win this game. It's only 2 points, and we're shaping up for a great finish. Right now, Carroll just needs to regroup. They need to limit the turnovers. They need to start making smarter shots. Start taking and making smarter shots. They've been forced to take more outside shots. It's been very hard for them to penetrate in the lane, especially in the second half. They're coming out of the timeout. On the floor is Bevino, DePrunio, Schmidt, Schaefer, and Ronan, who has 4 fouls. Both DePrunio. Sorry, I couldn't get that on my head. It was on the tip of my tongue. Both DePrunio and Schmidt have 3 fouls. We'll see if either of them picks up their 4th. Mackenzie Bevino guards Lines, who drives, and DePrunio makes a very nice steal, but she's going to have to back it out. Only Bevino is with her 2-on-3. She fakes the shot, passes to Schaefer, a bad pass, and the steal by Lines. She was out of bounds, though, trying to save it, but it'll stay with Carroll. They catch a bit of a break. Pointer and Peterson are back for the Mackenzies. Bevino and DePrunio, they're both out. Pointer has 4 fouls. Peterson, who's going to be the key, she has 14 points, does not have a foul in this game, so she is not in any foul trouble. Pointer passes to Ronan, who fakes the long 2, drives at the elbow, and she draws the foul. Very smart play. She almost got the shot to go, but could not quite do that. She'll get 2 shots at the line, and that is the 6th team foul on the Barons. Next one will put Carroll in the bonus. That foul was committed by Bailey Reinhardt, her 2nd. First free throw from Ronan is up and good. Cuts the lead to 1. 52-51 with 4:02 left in this game. It's been a good one. Free throw shooting is definitely going to be key down the stretch. Ronan's 2nd free throw is up and good, and we are tied at 52. Substitution, Maddie Pfeiffer is in for Kendall Kelly. The full court press still in effect, as it will be for this entire game, it appears. It is a smart decision in my mind. It has definitely been effective. It has really helped the Carroll defense. Inbound to Lines, who has 10 points. 3 players in double figures for the Barons. Also Bailey Reinhardt and Heather Martin. Reinhardt drives and almost puts in a very nice layup, but could not quite do it. Lines gets the rebound and passes to Reinhardt. Cross court to Emke, who misses the 3. Emke tries to get her own rebound. She does. Finds Pfeiffer and back out to Lines, who's open for 3 if she wants it. Passes to Martin instead, who knocks down the nice turnaround play down low. And she has 18 now. Dekalb back in front by 2. Amy Pointer drives to her left, tries to create space. She goes down low, and she puts it right up and in. Very nice play. She has 11 points now, and we're tied at 54. Line splits the double team in the backcourt, finds Haley Martin cross court to Reinhardt. Her 9th 3 is no good. She's made just 1 of 9. Amy Pointer rebounds the ball for Carroll with 3 minutes to go. Carroll has a shot to take the lead here if they can score some points. Pointer at the top of the key, looking for somebody, and has it knocked out of her hands and stolen by Reinhardt. And now a jump ball. Schmidt, and the possession arrow is with Dekalb. And there's going to be a timeout called by Dekalb, I believe. If it is, yes, it is Dekalb. They have 1 left. Carroll has 4. There is 2:48 left in the 4th quarter. We're tied at 54. It's been a great game to watch, and it's not over yet. We could always have the extra period of overtime. It doesn't happen too often in high school games, but if it does, it'll be entertaining. The Neon Nation crowd is definitely still alive and rocking in this game. They've made a lot of noise. It's been difficult for the Dekalb. They've played very well, though. Both teams have been pretty evenly matched in this game. That's been evidenced by the three-point shooting, which has been even. Neither team has created or had more turnovers than the other. And both teams have played a well-rounded game tonight. That's why it's been competitive throughout. Carroll is trying to pull off what could be classified as a little bit of an upset here at home. But they are behind in the state rankings, but at home they are much tougher to beat. But this is a big game in conference play. I haven't really talked about that tonight. Both teams 1-0. Both of them would definitely like to go to 2-0 and get a early lead in the conference. Brooke Lyons passes to Maddie Pfeiffer, who takes a three, and those are her first points of the game. They couldn't have come at a better time for Dekalb. Her foot was on the line. It is a 2, but that is a big basket. Maddie Peterson drives, gives it to Pointer for three to answer in and out, and rebounded by Pfeiffer. Had it stolen from her by Ronan. Gives it to Pointer, 3-on-2, down low to Stillwell, who thought she was fouled. She was not. Maddie Peterson gets the ball back, and she was fouled. She'll get 2 shots at the line. Great offensive rebounding by Carroll, and that'll give Peterson an opportunity to tie the game at 56 as she can knock down these free throws. She has 14 points to lead Carroll. Maddie Peterson's first free throw is up and good. A very high arcing free throw. It works. Cuts the lead to 1. Peterson has 15, second in the game, compared to only behind Haley Martin's 18 of Dekalb. 6 players are in double figures as Peterson's second free throw in and out, rebounded by Emke. Pass quickly up to Reinhardt. 2:08 to go. She's double teamed, dribbles out of it, dribbles off her own foot, jump ball, and the possession arrow with Dekalb. They caught a lucky break there. Carroll made a nice play on defense, but the possession arrow is in favor of Dekalb at the moment. Maddie Pfeiffer to inbound and finds Reinhardt. 1 for 9 on threes, almost took her 10th. Instead finds Emke, who's going to take her 6th three. She's made 2, and away from the ball, a foul is going to be called on, looks like Ronan. If it is, that's her 5th, and they're not. It's going to be on Dekalb. It looks like she was pointing at Ronan, but she was not. She's the one who was fouled by Maddie Pfeiffer. That is her first. And Ronan has a shot to give Carroll the lead here with 2 free throws, down just 1 with 1:58 to go. Ronan has 10 points tonight. She has 4 fouls, though. She's one of the 3 in double figures for Carroll, along with Pointer and Peterson. Free throw 1-1 from Ronan is no good, and Dekalb holds on to the lead for now. Maddie Pfeiffer in the backcourt, guarded by Peterson, trying to get a 5th steal, couldn't quite do it. Brooke Lyons passes to Emke, who has a long 2 in the corner. She got it, and Dekalb has a 3-point lead. 1:42 seconds to go. This game far from over. Pointer, who has 11 points, is driving up the floor. Gives it to Schmidt, who's been quiet tonight, but she can knock down the 3. Looking for Peterson, finds her, and it gives it back to Schmidt. 4 players clustered in the right corner for Carroll, trying to set something up. Pointer drives to her left, finds Peterson open for 3. For the tie, she got it. A huge clutch shot by the sophomore, and we're tied at 58. She almost gets the steal, but it'll stay with Dekalb, as Peterson now has 18 points, tied with Haley Martin to lead all scores in a 58-58 game, 1:10 seconds to play. Maddie Pfeiffer in the backcourt gets the inbounds from Lyons for Dekalb. She splits the double team barely. Now another double team, this one on Reinhardt. She finds Pfeiffer. Down low to Lyons, who drives and misses the layup. Offensive rebound. Martin, who puts it in. She has 20. And with 51 seconds left, Dekalb leads by 2. Pointer crosses the front court, crosses the midcourt line. Tries to find Peterson on the backdoor cut. And the ball knocked out of bounds by Dekalb. I believe that was off of Emke. The ball stayed with Carroll. They have 4 timeouts with 43 seconds. I would not be surprised to see them use at least one of them. Pointer looking for Schmidt, finds her, almost a 5-second call. Finds Ronan from 14 feet. Her shot is short, and a foul is called, a push-off on, looks like Maddie Peterson. She was going for the offensive rebound, and Dekalb now has an opportunity. That shot, the foul, they're going to call it on Ronan. That is her 5th. She is fouled out. She has 10 points. She is definitely disappointed. Emily Catanzarite, who's the 6th woman for the Chargers, is in, and now in the double bonuses, Dekalb. Maddie Pfeiffer will shoot 2. First one is up and good. Gives them a 3-point lead, nice clutch free throw shooting in. If she can knock this one down, it would give the Barons a 2-possession lead with 38 seconds to go. Pfeiffer's second free throw, up and good. She has ice in her veins. So now Carroll is going to call a timeout, down by 4. They do not have to chuck up a 3. They have time. They need to get an easy 2 first, and then hope Dekalb misses some free throws. 62-58, Dekalb leads. And Carroll now has 3 timeouts remaining. Kelsey Ronan, a key player on their team, has fouled out with 10 points with under a minute to play. Right now on the floor, Amy Pointer and Maddie Peterson are the main scoring threats. Heather Schmidt has been quiet, and so is Emily Katzensroy, but they can both knock down the 3. If needed, Sarah Stillwell has 6 points tonight. She can knock shots down low with her big frame of 6 foot tall. For Dekalb, it's been Haley Martin. She has 20 points so far in this game. She has 3 fouls. She's not really in any foul trouble right now. There's only 38 seconds left. Also being effective have been Brooke Lyons with 10, Bailey Reinhart with 10, although she has just made 1 of 9 3-point attempts. And also on the floor is Rachel Emke, who has 9. She's knocked down 2 3-pointers so far in this game. So Carroll is ready to inbound coming out of the timeout. It's going to be Schmidt inbounding. Dekalb has not used that full court press at all in this game. Carroll has. It's been a close game. Pointer's going to let it bounce, picks it up. 38 seconds to go. She drives, kicks out to Katzensroy, and she was fouled before the shot. That foul is going to go on, let's see, is the 9th foul on Dekalb. It's going to go on Brooke Lyons. That is her 5th. She is fouled out. We'll see who comes in for it. It'll be Kendall Kelly. And it'll be Kirsten Murphy coming in for Sarah Stillwell for rebounding purposes. She has not played a lot today's game. She's coming in a key spot. So it's going to be a 1-and-1 for Pointer, who knows she needs to make this. Mackenzie Bevaneau is about to come in as well. Free throw is up and no good by Pointer. Rebounded by Martin on the baseline. She finds Reinhart. And they're going to go for the steal. Nice play to avoid it. Reinhart splits the double team. 26 seconds to go, and now there's a foul on either Murphy or Peterson. Doesn't really matter which one they call it on. It's going to be on Peterson, her first. She's not in any foul trouble. And 2 free throws now for Bailey Reinhart, who has 10 points tonight. We'll see if she can open this up. It's a 4-point lead already for Dekalb. So, free throw up and good. It is a 5-point lead now, and Carroll's definitely going to need a little help if they can come back here. Reinhart, second free throw, up and good. It's a 6-point lead with 25 seconds to go. Pointer gets the inbound. She's going to pull up for 3, and that one is no good. Rebounded by Emke, and she is fouled by Emily Katzensroy with 17.4 seconds to go, and now it looks like Dekalb is going to come out of here with a win. If one of these free throws is made by Emke, it's a 3-possession game with 17 seconds to play. That'd be very, very difficult to come back from. Emke has 9 points tonight. Her first free throw up and no good. Still a 6-point game. Mackenzie Bevaneau is in for Emily Katzensroy. Emke about to get her second shot at the line. It's a 6-point lead, and the second free throw up and good. That is a 7-point lead, 3 possessions with 16 to go. Peterson gets the inbounds. She's going to pull up for 3, and not going to knock it down. Rebounded by Emke. Passes to Kelly, who's going to try to run out the clock. 5 seconds to go, and she is fouled by Bevaneau before that happens with 3.8 to go. And this game is basically done. Carroll fought until the end, but in the last minute of play, Dekalb was able to open it up. A huge shot. Haley Martin gives them the lead, and then 5 clutch free throws. It's 7 points. Kendall Kelly, the shot, free throw up and good, her 7th point of the night. Mackenzie DePremio is in for Amy Pointer with 4 seconds to play. It is an 8-point lead. Second free throw from Kelly is up, no good. and rebounded by, it goes out of bounds, tipped, and it'll go to Carroll with 2.2 to go. And Heather Schmidt will inbound, last play of the game. Peterson gets it. She's going to chuck up a three from half court. It is no good, and that will end the game where the visiting Dekalb Barons have come on the road to a hostile environment and come away with a 66-58 win. We'll be right back with the postgame show here on CSBN, your worldwide leader in Chargers sports.
You're listening to CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello and welcome back to CSBN for the post-game show. The Dekalb Barons came into the Carroll Charger Fieldhouse and walked away with a 66-58 win. Here's the scoring summary. For Dekalb, Brooke Lyons had 10 points, Zena Williams 3, Bailey Reinhardt 12, Maddie Pfeiffer 4, Kendall Kelly 7, Haley Martin leading all scorers with 20. Rachel Emke with 10. For the Carroll Chargers, Amy Pointer had 11, Mackenzie Bevino 2, Mackenzie DePremio 2, Heather Schmidt 4, Maddie Peterson leading the Chargers with 18, Beth Schaefer with 2, Emily Catanzarite 3, Kelsey Ronan 10, and Sarah Stillwell 6. The key really was the last minute of this game. Really, momentum turned late when Haley Martin knocked down a shot to give Dekalb the lead after the score was tied at 58, and after that it was all Dekalb. They ended the game on an 8-0 run to come away with the win. But they earned it. Carroll played very hard. They limited the turnovers. The three-pointers were not great in this game for either team. Bailey Reinhardt in particular, she went 1 for 9. But the three-point shooting was good enough. They got a lot of production down low, and from the free throw line, Dekalb definitely had a big advantage. That's just about it. The CSBN's got some upcoming broadcasts. Tune in tomorrow. Ian Davis will be on the call for the game boys varsity JV tomorrow night against Huntington North. And then the girls here are back in action on Tuesday. I'll be back for that, home against Northrop. And that'll basically just wrap it up here from the Carroll High School Fieldhouse, where the visiting Dekalb Barons were victorious over the hosting Carroll Chargers by a score of 66-58. Tune in for CSBN's next broadcast tomorrow when the Chargers take on Huntington North. I am Matthew James. Thank you for listening to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
You've been listening to Charger basketball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.